another edition of high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. We're here live at Bellaire High School, site of tonight's game between the Bellaire Eagles and the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds, a battle of the birds with Ski Valley conference reputations on the line right now. Bellaire coming in with the second place overall record in Ski Valley Conference play. Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds looking to try and climb the mountain, get back up to the top of the Ski Valley Conference standings where they have maintained over the last 2 to 4 seasons with 3 conference championships in the last 3 of 4 years. Charles Strail and Tom Pratt bringing you this one tonight. Tom, this is a very pivotal game for the championship aspirations for both of these teams right now. I would say Bellaire with the more inside track to attain that Ski Valley Conference championship outright. However, the Snowbirds, if they can take care of their own destiny with some help from some other teams, can still attain that crown. What are you looking for tonight?
You know, obviously this is going to be a battle. It's a battle between these two teams pretty much every time they step on the court. You were right, Charles, though. This is a matchup, a must-win really for both teams. Bellaire, you know, they need to obviously win this game. You know, there's a lot of good teams in this conference. You know, you got St. Mary's, you got Bellaire, you got Onaway, you got Mansalona, you got Inland Lakes. Any given night, those teams can beat each other. And so, you know, obviously for Bellaire, you know, this is a must-win for them to even have a chance to even look at getting an outright Ski Valley championship. For the Snowbirds, you know, their hopes are still there, you know, but this is pretty much a do-or-die game for them if they want to even see a share of the conference title. So, obviously, there's a lot on the line tonight. It's going to be a great basketball game. You know, two really good teams with a lot of talent, a lot of young talent on Bellaire. I've been impressed with them the last couple of years, you know, when I was coaching. And so this is going to be an exciting matchup.
I mean, I think the matchup really comes down to a 3 versus 3 matchup. The 3, if you will, big 3 for the Eagles and the big 3 for the Snowbirds. The big 3 for the Eagles, Drake Kepke, also Jaden Hansen, who they're both of those players are juniors. And then it also comes down to the third, I don't want to say third wheel for each one of these two teams, but for the Snowbirds, that will be Sherwinski inside. For the Eagles, it will be Landis or
Durr. Also
we saw number 3, Caden Battershell, come in against the Snowbirds last time these two teams met and have an impact. Have Snowbirds, that big 3 will be Daniel Jacobson, Rylan Metowski, and the aforementioned, we just kind of preluded to it, Lucas Sherwinski.
Yeah, no, those are some key players. You know, for, you know, another key player for Bellaire is, you know, number 21, Durr. And,
right.
You know, he's a down low. And Lucas Sherwinski, you know, dominated down low in this first matchup at Gaylord St. Mary's. And Lucas has his hands full tonight. You know, Lucas is a big 6'5" kid. He needs to get a little more physical. We'll see what happens tonight with that. You know, but like you said earlier, this is a young Bellaire team. I mean, they start, you know, potentially they start a freshman, 3 juniors, and a senior, if not 4 juniors. So, you know, there's a lot of upside there. You know, so this is just going to be a great matchup. Just excited to be here, you know, with the next Level Broadcasting team to call this game.
Yeah, we're about 10 minutes away from tip-off here. This is the pregame show presented by the Gaylord Eye Care Center. The Gaylord Eye Care Center is getting everyone back in the game this year with 4 locations in Gaylord, Bellaire, Sheboygan, and in Boyne City. There's no excuse not to come into the Gaylord Eye Care Center and have those eyes examined. Stop in for a free consultation and get you and all of your loved ones back in the game with the Gaylord Eye Care Center. Charles Strail, Tom Pratt, Ryan Bentley, Shane Smith running our 1s and 2s tonight here from Bellaire High School. This is going to be a big one. A lot of different, I should say, the way that the Ski Valley Conference puzzle pieces together, this game is going to play a large role in how that puzzle comes together, you know, later on the month of February. We see just to the left of us, there's a few members from the Mansalona varsity team here taking in this one as well. I would imagine there might be some representatives from other Ski Valley Conference schools here as well, as this is an opportunity to see two of the teams in the conference that a lot of teams are looking up at or a lot of teams are competing with. So with that being said, Tom, you mentioned that the Eagles won the last game. It was an 8-point win for the Eagles, and they got a lot of bench contributions. Corporeal Summers came in, and he had 8 points in that first game, hit 2 3-pointers off the bench. Snowbirds will need to be able to check him.
He actually started.
He started.
Yeah, he started,
okay.
Which was a surprise to me, because he started in the JV game, and then all of a sudden he comes out and starts in the varsity game, which says a lot about that young man.
Right, it does. I mean, to go from one mentality of the JV game, started the JV game, then started in the varsity game. But I think overall, the beauty of that is the fifth quarter rule that's been instilled in high school basketball, especially Class D basketball. I think that rule has done wonders for the sports, especially for the development of younger skill players that are underclassmen, to be able to start the JV game, play one quarter, and then play all 4 quarters of the varsity game. So Summers, one of those X factors for the Eagles. One of the X factors for the Snowbirds tonight would be Dylan Croft. Dylan Croft is a senior who's 9 times out of 10 usually the strongest player on the floor. And Dylan Croft is a player that has started 3 years on varsity for the Snowbirds. And, he's not necessarily a quote-unquote basketball kid, but he thinks very cerebrally on the basketball court. And if I were to describe him as a player, I'd say he's cerebral. Yep. How would you describe Dylan? And how can he be an X factor for the Snowbirds tonight?
Man, how do I describe him? He's a warrior, man. No matter what sport he plays, he really is. He just gets down and dirty, does the dirty work. And, he stands about 5'9", but has some tree trunks for legs, and he's very hard to move. A key factor for him, he's got to shoot the ball today. He's been the last couple of years he's been hesitant to shoot the ball. This year he's got a little more free reign to shoot the ball, and he really hasn't. So he's really got to pick up, that part of his game. I think he just gets nervous, and if he misses one, he doesn't want to shoot again, which can happen. If you miss one, go back and shoot another one. And so, that's going to be a key for Dylan today. I know that if they come out and man, or whenever they do go man, he's going to have a tough task with Hansen. I know that he's going to match up with Jaden Hansen. I don't know if you know this, Charles, but could be a milestone tonight.
Yeah, Jaden Hansen, 11 points away from scoring 1,000 points. So actually, if he gets the same amount of points that he accrued the first time the Snowbirds met, he would reach that milestone right on the money. Dylan Croft held Jaden Hansen to 11 points the first time these two teams locked horns in Gaylord for that game. I believe it was in December. So Dylan Croft doing a pretty good job on Jaden Hansen, who's only a junior, 11 points away from scoring 1,000 points. So with that, keep that in mind, as Dylan Croft might not be the offensive X factor, but defensively for the Snowbirds, if they come out in a man defense or have to switch to a man defense at certain points and times of the game, if the Snowbirds get down in the second half, you might see that man defense instilled into this ball game. And Dylan Croft will certainly be the guy if fouls aren't a part of the game, or if Croft doesn't have any fouls, and he'll be the guy to draw the assignment going up against Jaden Hansen. About 5 minutes and 45 seconds away from tip-off. Here, we're going to go ahead and step aside. Hear from our pregame sponsor, the Gaylord Eye Care Center. You're watching high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bellaire, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
And here we are back in. This is the Gaylord Eye Care Center pregame show here on Next Level Broadcasting. Bellaire Eagles and the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds just 5 minutes away from tip-off here from Bellaire High School. Charles Strail, Tom Pratt, Ryan Bentley, and Shane Smith running our production tonight. This is going to be a great game, everybody. When these two teams met up the first time, it was an 8-point game. The Eagles had a late surge to take that 3-score game into the books with them. Now, it was neck and neck throughout the first 3 quarters of play time, and then the Snowbirds just kind of couldn't keep up with that late fourth-quarter surge the Eagles had. What do the Snowbirds need to do to combat what they might lack in terms of basketball IQ going up against this Eagle team?
Yeah, I think there's 2 kids that you have to stop, and you got to limit their touches. If they're going to go to man, you got to limit their touches, and that's Jaden Hansen and Drake Kepke. You got to limit their touches. How you do it, especially if you play zone, is a little more difficult. But I think you put the ball in those other kids' hands and get them to win the game for them. And if they do, kudos to them. But if Hansen can go off and Kepke can go off, this is going to be a long night for the Snowbirds.
And I'm going to play devil's advocate here, Tom, just because that's what a lot of talk shows do nowadays. Any form of media, you have to take a completely diatomically opposed stance. I think that it's more important for the Snowbirds to limit the other players on this Eagle team and not let the other guys feel comfortable and get into a rhythm. If Drake Kepke and Jaden Hansen go for their averages and the rest of the supporting cast goes 3 for 20, I think the Snowbirds probably walk out of here with a victory. And I think the same can be said on the Eagle scouting report defensively going up against the Snowbirds. If you're this Eagle team, you're looking at the scouting report going, if we keep Jacobson to 16 points, Matowski to 14, and Lewinsky under 8, you're probably thinking that you're definitely getting a victory here tonight. So not letting those auxiliary pieces that may or may not be on the scouting report, but their performances are more variable. I think that's the devil's advocate viewpoint coming into this one.
No, I mean that is a great point. I think obviously, like you said, those role players. If we can control those role players on both sides, for Bellaire and for St. Mary's, that's going to be a key. That's going to be a key as well. So
yeah, I just look at it from these teams. Although Bellaire comes in with a better record, I think they're very similar in structure. You have kind of 2 guys for each team that initiate a lot of the offense and do a lot of the scoring and facilitating, and then a lot of other pieces of the team that have very specific roles and very clearly defined roles on the team as well. And I think that's interesting when they match up, because both of these coaches we know are very, very dedicated in principle to execution, running good sets, taking care of the basketball, and garnering each possession, making sure that they know that, and the team knows that each possession is worth something. It's worth something when you have the basketball and possess the basketball between head coach Kepke and coach Jacob for the Snowbirds. So I always like when these 2 coaches try to match wits. It's always interesting to see the game within the game.
No, I don't disagree. 2 great coaches, two good basketball teams, and obviously looks like national anthem's going to be coming here in just a couple seconds. But just excited, like I said, just excited to be here with everybody, and and to get going here.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. We're going to go ahead, step aside. We'll be back in about a minute and a half after a word from our sponsors. You're watching high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today. We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
We all know Northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
And all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's play some basketball. That was an excellent rendition of the Star Spangled Banner there by those two Bellaire senior students. Don't see that every day, Tom.
That was actually
that was
really good.
Excellent display of musical talent as we get to meet the starting lineups for the Gaylord St. Mary Snowbirds. It'll be Daniel Jacobson, Rylan Matowski. 8th grader starting is Nathan O'Connell, Dylan Croft, and Lucas Sherwinski. So those are the 5 starters for the Gaylord St. Mary Snowbirds tonight. Tom, the Bellaire Eagles, I'll let you introduce the Eagles here as they're met with almost, well, near standing ovation by this Eagle home fan base.
All right, we got number 0, Drake Kepke. Number 21, Dawson Durr. Number 24, Carson Battershell. Number 34, Jaden Hansen. And number 3, Caden Battershell.
And Battershell, along with Hansen, Kepke, to go along with Durr and So Summers not starting in this one here, Tom, so a little adjustment for the Eagles based off of the game from last week. So we'll see how everything shakes out here. Your officials for tonight, Rick Seal, Scott Hankins, and Doug Curtis. So we'll see. It looks like it will be Metelsky and Durr to jump it up at center court. And we can finally get things underway here from Bellaire High School. Thanks for making us a part of your Wednesday evening, wherever you're tuning in from. We're here up in the mezzanine level. We're hoping you're tuning in from couch side with this VIP access, courtesy of Next Level Broadcasting.
So I think what happened was there was a mistake in the book, and
should be a technical foul free throw.
Technical foul free throw, and it looks like Jaden Hansen's going to go to the line.
Or maybe that, or maybe refs peeked out and saw the Snowbirds dunking it in pregame warmups. I'm not sure which of the two. Take your pick. But Hansen will go to the line for a freebie to begin the game. And, well, as they like to say, ball don't lie.
Yeah, right.
How about it'll be 2 free throws.
Second one on its way for Jaden Hansen.
A rare occasion. You don't often see this happen at the beginning of the game where a mistake is made in the scorer's book, but Hansen makes 1 of 2 free throws. Tom, does that go in as like an official stat? Does he go 1 of 2 from the free throw line to begin the game?
He does.
Okay.
Yep. Before the game even started.
And we're underway. Bellaire with the first possession. Inbounded, and the Snowbirds showing a man look here on the opening possession of the game. Swung on the far side. Battershell turns it over. Shawinski with the thievery. And Snowbirds with the first takeaway of the game.
Good D right there by the Snowbirds. That's what they needed. First good turnover right there.
And Battershell kind of got hung up underneath the rim, left his feet to make a pass, and Sherwinski made him pay. It's Metalski. He'll get the screen from Sherwinski. Metalski slides in, miscommunication on the ball screen defense, and Metalski breaks the seal. Well, I shouldn't say, but he's got the first basket for the Snowbirds.
Yeah, no, that was a great drive. He's so explosive. That first step of his is just so quick.
And the empty side pick and roll for the Snowbirds paying dividends early. That'll be something that Bellaire will have to figure out how they want to guard as Hansen makes his way into the paint. No good. That one's tapped around off of Jacobson, and it will be Eagle basketball baseline out of bounds.
You know, I can see it right now. There's already a battle between Durr and Sherwinski down low.
Open shot for Battershell from the corner. No good. Rebound inside to the Eagles. Hansen lets one fly from deep. Drains it. So Hansen's got all 4 of the Eagle points here as they go up 4-2.
No, that's that's a kid that we're going to have to stop if the Snowbirds want to win the game.
And that was a second chance possession there off of that offensive rebound. Nathan O'Connell with the ball, dribble hands to Metalski. He tries to get a little screen, but dribbles it off his foot. He's got to pick that one up and just eat the turnover there. So both teams even with 1 turnover apiece so far, a minute and a half into the game.
Yeah, kind of an unnecessary turnover by Ryland Metalski.
It looked like that screen that Croft came up to the top was a little bit ill-timed as the Eagles inbound here. Opportunity to go up by 2 scores. Hansen with a screen from Durr. Eagles running their man-to-man offense. Snowbirds switching 1 through 3 on the perimeter. Battershell, screen and roll. Empty side ball screen defended nicely by the Snowbirds. Metalski switches on to Kepke. He'll drive middle, jump stop, and Rick Seal whistles and calls Drake Kepke for a travel.
Yeah, you know, he must have saw something I did in there.
Well, I mean, I think he saw that left foot maybe slide just a hair as Jacobson breaks the pressure. A little ghost pressure for the Eagles, or shadow pressure, as that's going to be a foul going against Durr inside, trying to check that movement by Sherwinski coming across the lane.
Yeah, I think he threw a hip when Sherwinski is coming across the lane right there, just kind of threw a hip in at him.
Jacobson to inbound for the Snowbirds. Inside to O'Connell. O'Connell puts it up, no good. Offensive putback, can't get it. Tapped around, controlled by Battershell for the Eagles.
No, that was a good effort, though, by Nathan O'Connell right there.
Got it inside. Hansen's going to let another one fly. No good. Defensive rebound off of the – it looked like it was off the face mask, or I shouldn't say face mask, but forehead. The forehead of a Snowbird.
I think that's two times already that's went off their head.
Drake Kepke to inbound. Gets it to Hansen. Nice little post seal by Durr. Couldn't make the puppy. Got the board back. Fought for once again. And it will be Snowbird basketball. It's a war inside right now.
Yeah, no, it is a war. But one of these two teams need to come down with those rebounds.
Still 4-2. Haven't seen the basket in about 2 minutes of gameplay. Horn set for the Snowbirds. Metalski driving. Corner pass deflected out of bounds by Drake Kepke.
Yeah, I think good thing he did that because DJ was going to be wide open, for a 3 in the corner.
Inbound to Dylan Croft. Nathan O'Connell with it up top, guarded by Hansen. Croft catches, looking to drive, penetrate, and he loses it out of bounds. Deflected off of Durr. Jacobson to trigger for the Snowbirds from the baseline. Finds Metalski, back to Jacobson. Another empty side pick and roll. Jacobson slithers his way inside for an easy 8-footer. He's on the board, and it's tied at 4.
Nice little up and under right there. Nice little floater there by Jacobson.
So Hansen with all 4 points for the Eagles. Jacobson and Metalski with a pair each for the Snowbirds. Kepke penetrates, finds Battershell. 3 up, and 3 is good. Little driving kick. Eagles with their second made 3-pointer of the game.
Nice.
Sherwinski turnaround, had it blocked by Durr.
Nice block right there by Durr.
Maybe Sherwinski just got to go through the body a little bit more. As Hansen drives against Croft, pull-up jump shot, no good. Inside rebound controlled by the Eagles. That's Battershell Carson who got that one. Kepke finds his way and has an easy 2 off the glass. His first 2 points of the game.
Nice put back right there by Kepke. I think we're going to see the Snowbirds probably come out pretty soon in a 2-3 zone.
Lucas Sherwinski has it in the corner. Nathan O'Connell up top. Dribble handoff to Jacobson. He looks at a three-pointer, chooses better, and we're going to get a set here from the head coach. Jacobson driving, reverse layup, no good. Rebound by Durr, and Kepke now brings it across the timeline for the Eagles. Oh, nice pass to Hansen, but he was able to get and sneak it in on the front side of the rim. He's got 6 points.
Great vision right there by Kepke to find Hansen.
There's Metalski. Snowbirds down 11-4. It's a 7-0 run for the Eagles. Metalski taking it all the way. Hop, step, and good finish. Hansen might have got away with a palming violation there. And Durr with a nice pivot turnaround over the left shoulder, drops it in for 2.
You know, it's a little unorthodox sometimes with him, but, you know, he has a really nice touch around the basket.
And he showcased that touch around the basket right there. That caught a little bit of the front iron and just bounced in harmlessly. Metalski with it up top. Hand off to O'Connell. O'Connell looking for some help. Finds Metalski once again on the perimeter. Jacobson catch and shoot opportunity. Oh, 2 bounces on the rim. Couldn't get one to drop. And the Eagles bring it across the timeline. Just over 2 minutes here remaining in the first quarter.
Good look right there by Jacobson, just a little short.
Hansen driving, and oh man, just missed the puppy. Sherwinski with it, Snowbirds with an opportunity to run out. Metalski with a one-on-one foul, count it, and he goes to the free throw line. Foul going against Battershell, that's Caden Battershell. Metalski with his 6 point, looking for 7. He's doing a lot of the heavy lifting so far in the first quarter for the Snowbirds.
Great rebound by Sherwinski, gets it up to Jacobson, and Metalski's just so strong underneath the basket. You know, that's a tough one to guard. Metalski on the line for 1.
And he gets it. So he's got 7 points, 1 for 1 from the free throw line for Rylan Metalski. It's 13-8. Metalski was 7 of the Snowbird 9 points and a 30-second timeout. Was that taken by the Eagles or the Snowbirds there?
Snowbirds.
Snowbirds taking a quick 30-second timeout. Why they take that timeout, we're going to tell you about our friends at J&J Construction. Listen, building a program, a basketball program like you've seen the Snowbird girls and boys do over the past 4 to 5 years is much like building a house. You start at the bottom, work your way up through the foundation, and then finally get all the way to the top. To help you do that, whether it's a renovation or a new build for your dream home, J&J Construction is here to help you all the way. They're trusted by local subcontractors, general contractors, and builders. That's J&J Construction, proud sponsor of Snowbird basketball. So Metalski with the 3-point play for the Snowbirds, bringing this back to a 4-point game. Just over 1 minute 30 remaining in the fourth quarter. Summers has checked in for the Bellaire Eagles. He's a freshman, had 8 points in the first matchup between these two teams.
Two big threes he made in that first game.
Snowbirds have also gone to a they're still staying man right now.
They're still in the man.
And they get another stop. 2 stops in a row for the Snowbirds. Jacobson brings it across the timeline. Swung around the perimeter, baseline cut off. Back up top to Jacobson. Inside pass to Sherwinski. Nice setup by Jacobson, and Sherwinski pays it off at the basket. Assist to Daniel Jacobson.
Great movement right there by the Snowbirds. You know, they in great look, great put up by Sherwinski.
And good soft hands by Sherwinski. Jacobson had to fire that one in there as Kepke rains a three down from the perimeter. He now has 5 points. The third made three-pointer of the quarter for the Eagles. And it's back to a 5-point advantage.
24 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Metelsky looking at a little off coverage by Kepke. Eagles playing Metelsky not to shoot that perimeter shot, it looks like.
I got to believe that Snowbirds are going to go with one shot here.
Under 10 seconds to go. Little empty ball side pick and roll. Sherwinski had it rejected initially by Hansen, but he got the offensive putback and put it in for two. Sherwinski with the last 4 points of the quarter for the Snowbirds, and we're going to go in to the intermission between the first and second quarters with the Eagles up 16-13 after 8 minutes of play. Stick around, folks. We got a good one brewing here from Bellaire High School. You are watching high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Snowbirds ended the quarter with a 4-0 scoring spurt by Lucas Sherwinski. And coming into this game, the Snowbirds were going to need to get a good output from Sherwinski inside. So far, so good for the big man as he's got 4 points for the Snowbirds.
No, great start for actually both teams. So this is exactly what we expected right off the bat.
And we've seen that empty side pick and roll for the Snowbirds work to perfection a couple different times. We'll see if they continue to try to work that magic here in the second quarter. Jacobson driving baseline. Hands off to Metelsky. Metelsky working against Kepke. Now Croft driving. Cut off nicely on the baseline by Battershell. O'Connell finds Croft. Croft in the corner. Snowbirds already with a 40-second possession here. Eagles playing some good defense. Jacobson hands off to Metelsky. Metelsky trying to break down Hansen, and Hansen staying down in the stance, playing some good defense. It's already almost a minute possession for the Snowbirds to open this second quarter. Which team's going to blink first on this possession?
No kidding. It's actually kind of fun to watch.
Jacobson trying to work against his defender, guarded by Carson Battershell. Now Metelsky trying to get that screen from Croft, turns it down, gets the switch to Kepke. And this possession, really a lot of patience by the Snowbirds. Nathan O'Connell pirouettes his way inside to the paint. Metelsky has it driving into Kepke. That'll be an offensive foul. Drake Kepke draws the charge against Ryland Metelsky, and the Eagles get the stop after a 1 minute and 27-second opening possession for the Snowbirds.
Great possession by the Snowbirds. Great defense by Bellaire. Great defense right there by Kepke as well.
Yeah. Kepke was waiting on that right-hand drive inside. Man, Jaden Hansen had a really nice seal on Dylan Croft and a nice pass. Snowbird held defense on the far side, was nowhere to be found. And Hansen now with, I believe, 7 or 9 points in the contest. It's a 5-point lead once again now. Snowbirds working this around the perimeter. Baseline flex cut by Metelsky, and he's fouled by Kepke.
Another great cut by Metelsky. He's quick, man. He just, he gets one step on you, and he has position. That's tough to defend.
I don't know if that was a flex screen or just like an up screen that he got from that far side elbow. He got to that block in a hurry, though, and he made himself available, but misses the first of 2 free throws. Snowbirds still without a substitute so far in this game. Through 1 quarter of play, still haven't seen any substitutes check in for the Snowbirds. Seen a couple of different Eagles shuffle in there so far, as we've got a few new Eagles on the floor. That's Ethan Lambert, number 23. Inside it goes to Hansen once again. He did a good job of slipping that baseline screen once he set it. Made a good catch and a good finish. He's got 9 points now. Jacobson's going to take a deep 3. No good. Rebounded by Hansen. Jacobson goes for the steal, misses it. Drake Kepke, open shot for Bellaire. That is Battershell, and he got all 3 of them. A little 5-0 run for the Eagles, and head coach Dale Jacob isn't happy with the Snowbird effort there or the execution so far in this second quarter, and he's going to take a full timeout. We're going to go ahead and take a full timeout with you as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds. This is high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bellaire, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
And here we are, second quarter action underway between the Eagles and the Snowbirds. Snowbirds with a little timeout to try to get things organized here with 5 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the first half. It's been a 5-0 run for the Eagles to extend this lead to 9 points, and a foul is called against Lambert with a little bit over aggression, trying to get that steal from Daniel Jacobson.
Yeah, he's really putting a lot of pressure on Jacobson, playing man-to-man defense on him. He's actually doing pretty well.
Rylan Metowski with it in the corner for the Snowbirds. Metowski, we'll see what the Snowbirds choose to do here. Eagles really sagging off the Snowbirds on the perimeter. Jacobson with a wide open 3. Got it. Big time bucket for Jacobson, and that was a nicely executed play, leaving Jacobson in the play side corner, leaving his defender with a tough decision to make. And as I say that, Tom, the play side man there had to choose to help on the drive of Metowski and leave Jacobson, and that's what he ended up doing, and Jacobson made him pay.
That's tough to defend right there. You know how well Jacobson.
And just as that, the Eagles go inside to Jaden Hansen, and we're going to stop the game because Jaden Hansen with his 11th point just hit the 1,000-point milestone, putting the Eagles up 25-17, and he just hit his 1,000th career point. And he's got 1 3-pointer made so far in this game. Also, 4 layups right at the basket. And, well, this is a special moment, so we're just going to let the Eagle faithful carry this one. Every time you see this, Tom, it really is a special moment. I mean, this is only a junior right now, and the accolades of this young man. Obviously, you don't want to have a milestone reached against the team. Like, if you're the Snowbirds, you don't want to let him do it against you. But you kind of saw it coming with only needing 11 points. 11 points is kind of his low water mark for the season in terms of what he's put in the scorer's book. That was against the Snowbirds last time, so you kind of knew that he might be in for one tonight with 11 points so far. just over 12 minutes in, or just about 12 minutes into this game. He's certainly got a big game brewing here.
No, he's a great basketball player, and kudos to him. He, obviously, being a junior, like you said, he's got a good year and a half left in him, and it'll be exciting to see what he does.
Snowbirds go to that same action, and Lambert loses it out of bounds. Snowbirds catch a little bit of a fortuitous bounce there as they turn it over, and then the Eagles turn it over right back to Ensue.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not even sure he stepped out of bounds right there.
I think he might have had possession of the ball while the ball was dribbled out of bounds, which would be the same thing. As Snowbirds are granted another possession. Inside it goes to Metowski, trying to play through contact. Snowbirds collect the offensive rebound. O'Connell back up top to Jacobson. Croft has it. He'll let a three fly a little too strong. Tracked down by Kepke. No numbers on the break, and the Eagles pull this one back out and set it up. Kepke, wide open look, turns it down.
Which is surprising. He's a good three-point shooter.
Kepke guarded by Metowski. Lambert catches on the perimeter. Little flare screen to Kepke, no good. Track down, that's Jacobson with it for the Snowbirds.
Good D right there by Croft to, really post up.
Jacobson had it rejected inside by Hansen, but a foul called. Who are they going to get? They're going to get 21 Durr? No, they're going to get Hansen with the push. I think the foul was called after the shot was blocked, Tom?
Yeah, it looked like it, but they're going to say that he was shooting. That's Hansen's first foul right there. Team third. 3 minutes, 22 seconds left.
Jacobson makes the first of two free throws. Still no substitutions here checking in the second quarter. Jacobson going to the free throw line here, and he makes both at the free throw line. And now we do have a substitute checking in for the Eagles. That's Carson Badoshell. He will replace Dawson Durr. Lambert with it on the perimeter. Bellaire running a little shuffle screen on the baseline to get Kepke up top. Lambert now with it. That's O'Connell guarding Kepke. Finger roll, no good. Sherwinski snares the defensive rebound. Snowbirds with a chance to make it a one-score game here. Down by 6.
Snowbirds doing a nice job just kind of keeping themselves in this game right now.
Up top to Jacobson. Shot fake. He'll drive in. Scoop shot up and in. Daniel Jacobson with 4 in a row for the Snowbirds, and it's back to a 4-point game.
Good pump fake right there by Jacobson, and then he drove, and nice little up and under.
And a crafty finish by the junior as Kepke catches jab step, and a foul called against the Snowbirds. I think that was going against Lucas Sherwinski. That's his first foul. Bellaire with 3 team fouls. Snowbirds with 2 team fouls. Haven't seen a lot of fouls called in this game, and in a game of this magnitude, that's how you want to see it. Foul called against Dylan Croft here on the floor.
Yeah, it looked like Metowski had a clean block right there, but I think Croft was putting a body into him.
Yep, Metowski had it clean up top. I think Croft just got a little hip check in there, as that will send Hansen to the free throw line with a chance to break this 4-0 run for the Snowbirds. And he does just that at the free throw line. He's got 12 points on the evening's tally.
Croft has given up a lot of height, playing down there, down low. Obviously he's trying to get low and really push Hansen out of there, but Hansen's a big kid. That's not easy.
O'Connell drives on the baseline. No good. Rebound to Bellaire. 26-21 the score. Lambert catches up top in the front court. Takes the 17-foot pull-up jump shot. No good. Metowski clears. Air ball miss. And the Snowbirds can bring it back to a one-score game. Down by 2 scores right now. 26-21.
This is exactly what we expected it to be, huh, Charles?
I mean,
just a back-and-forth game.
As the Snowbirds turned that one over, can't make that entry pass from outside that, or from that angle. Turned over Eagles stepping into a wide open three-pointer by Battershell. No good. Foul, loose ball going against, that one's against Carson Battershell. And checking in for the Eagles is number 2, Luca Menestrina. He will replace Carson Lambert. Or Ethan Lambert, I should say. Metowski getting the high screen from Sherwinski. All the way for Metowski, and the Eagles chose to stay connected to Jacobson in the corner, which opened up that driving lane there, Tom.
I think the Snowbirds need to utilize that more.
Three-pointer in the corner is up and in for Luca Menestrina.
Coming in off the bench with a huge shot right there by Luca.
Big-time answer for him. Snowbirds had a 6-1 little streak there over the past few minutes of play, but I think the Snowbirds are onto something with that ball screen with Jacobson in the corner. It's forcing the Eagles to make a decision. As Sherwinski's fouled, he'll go to the free throw line. That should be the second foul on Drake Kepke, and Lucas Sherwinski will go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, you know, whatever they did right there to get that switch and matchup, you know, that's huge if you can get Kepke or Sherwinski on Kepke.
First free throw for Sherwinski is a little bit too strong. 2 substitutions coming in for the Eagles. Ethan Lambert and Dawson Durr replacing Kepke and Carson Battershell. So the Eagles want to get Drake Kepke out of the game, not picking up that third foul before half. Second free throw for Sherwinski is good. Sherwinski now with 5 points in the game. 5-point lead for the Eagles. Inside tapped away by Dylan Croft. That's those quick reflexes we talked about, his instinctive and very acute senses knocking that one away there, Tom.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was great awareness, you know, because I believe that he was beat right there on that cut.
Dawson Durr with a nice little soft kiss off the glass. 2 points for him, and the Eagles go back up by 7. Nathan O'Connell with it. Jacobson looks at a deep 3, crosses over, spins inside, shot fake. Got it blocked from behind by Ethan Lambert. Good defensive play by him. Eagles with it, 25 seconds remaining to go. There's a drive by Lambert, and he traveled, trying to come down with it and find an open teammate. And the Snowbirds can bring this back to a 1-score game with a made 3-pointer or 2-score game with a 2-pointer here on this assumingly last possession of the half.
I got to believe I know Coach Jacob well enough that they're going to go with 1 shot here.
Oh, yeah. I would imagine that with the firepower that the Eagles have, the Snowbirds would much rather go win at the very worst down by 7. Here's the screen up top to Jacobson. He'll take the 3, let it rip, no good. Just a little left, tapped away. Hansen has it again. He'll let it go from half court at the buzzer, just short. And so after 2 quarters in the books, through 16 minutes between the Eagles and the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds, Bellaire on top, 31-24. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got a lot packed into our Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show coming up. And during that halftime show, we'll talk about what's been going on so far. Obviously, the highlight, Jaden Hansen scoring his 1,000th point. And we'll give you our predictions and analysis looking forward to the second half. All coming up on the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. You are watching high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bellaire, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003. Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Okay, here we are. Welcome back into the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show here on Next Level Broadcasting. Charles Strail, Tom Pratt, Shane Smith, and Ryan Bentley, our crew here providing coverage tonight. It's a 7-point lead after 16 minutes of play for the Bellaire Eagles over the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds. Tom, we're going to send it over to you for an update and outlook regarding the first half scoring.
Yeah, for the Bellaire Eagles, you got Kepke with 5, Minstrina with 3, Battershell with 6, Durr with 4, and Hansen with 13 for a two-quarter total of 31. For the Snowbirds, you got...
So there's the big three for the Snowbirds, 24 points for them. And as I talked about in our little intro segment on the pregame show, Tom, it's those other auxiliary players for the Eagles that have accumulated this 7-point difference at half.
Yeah, 9, depending on who we talk about the big three, but, if you want to go with Minestrina, Battershell, and Durr, you're talking, or, just Minestrina and Battershell, you're talking 9 points right there, Or if you went Battershell and Durr, you're talking 10 points.
Yeah.
And, that's a huge swing.
Hansen obviously doing his thing with 13 points. Snowbirds have done a pretty good job limiting Drake Kepke. Only, I think Kepke has 5 points.
Yep.
So between Hansen and Kepke, 18 points between the two of them. But the Eagles able to put up 13 more points between the other players on their team, and credit them because they've had a total of 6 players score. Snowbirds only with 3 players to crack the scorers book through 2 quarters of play. So that's been kind of the summary of what's been the tale of the game so far. Also, the big story is Jaden Hansen reached that 1,000-point milestone. He needed 11. He now has 13, and he got it on a nice little inside left. I believe it was like a left-handed finish off the rim where he had a really nice seal. His teammates found him, and he was able to finish it inside. Defensively, Tom, we've seen the Snowbirds pretty much go exclusively all-man. They've been able to do that so far this evening because they've avoided foul trouble. We talked about, will the Snowbirds change up their defensive mantra tonight? They usually mostly zone team. For the first time they played the Eagles this year, they went man tonight, going man as well. So Snowbirds kind of changing up their style and approach a little bit here tonight because they feel that they've got some good matchups going up against the Eagles.
No, they, obviously, in my opinion, I think we probably need to come out and give them a different look right off the bat and maybe go in a couple possessions into zone, see how they're adjusting to it, but I kind of want to talk about real quick of the youth on this Bellaire team.
Yeah.
like I said earlier, coaching at St. Mary's, I've seen them the last few years, and they have taken their hits the last couple of years because they were really young, immature, and things like that. But they're really coming together, and we knew this was going to happen with this team. And
right, only 3 seniors.
Exactly, and they have a lot of development still. I'm excited to see what they do, this season, and especially what they do next season, because I think really that's the season where you're going to see a lot of good
growth.
Things and growth with the Bellaire Eagles.
Well, they've taken this young core nucleus and they've taken their show on the road a little bit, only losing to Mansalona by 1 point earlier on in the year. That's their lone Ski Valley Conference defeat. So, by and large, they're doing a good job of really just holding serve. The Eagles are in the conference standing so far. If they can come out with a win tonight versus the Snowbirds, they could potentially be right in the driver's seat for at least a share of the Ski Valley Conference title.
No, I think if they come out and win this game, if I had to make a prediction, I think that they're either going to have a share with Mansalona or, win it outright.
Win it potentially outright.
Yeah, and so, it's, Mansalona has a really good basketball team this year.
Yeah.
Quick, very quick. They have a foreign exchange student that's really good. And they're coached well. And I can tell you that is a very tough place to play.
We did that game, Snowbirds in Mansalona.
Yeah.
And Bellaire went to Mansalona, lost by 1 point. So next time, Bellaire will have home court advantage on the second lap of the Ski Valley Conference play when they play Mansalona here in Bellaire coming up a couple weeks from now. Snowbirds will have Mansalona on Friday night. He'll be at that one, Tom. That one's going to be a really special game opportunity this week for the Snowbirds. They can come out with a win here, and Friday night they could be right back in the thick of things as far as it pertains to the conference standings.
Yeah, you give Mansalona their first loss and Bellaire too, and I think we have 3 losses in the Ski Valley right now. It opens the door for a lot of different scenarios to happen to determine the Ski Valley champion.
All right, well, this has been the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. Third quarter, seconds away right now. It'll be Eagle basketball to begin the third frame here between Eagles and Snowbirds. This coverage is brought to you by Next Level Broadcasting. Charles Strail, Tom Pratt, Shane Smith, and Ryan Bentley are our crew here tonight, and we're underway in the second half. Eagles beginning with this possession. Battershell with it. Flex cut inside. Almost stolen away by Metalski on the perimeter. It's not really a flex cut. It's more just like a post screen. Hansen slithers his way inside and banks it home for 2 on the opening possession of the quarter for the Eagles. He's got 15 now in the game.
Yeah, good little drive right there by Hansen. Nice little floater up.
And the Eagles open up a 9-point advantage. Metalski looks at it, up to Jacobson, shot fake. Jacobson driving inside, can't get the layup to go. Croft cleans up the offensive board, up top, swung back to Jacobson, shot fake, and he's fouled by Battershell as he was trying to make the move around him.
Which isn't necessarily a bad foul by Battershell right there.
Yep, he got beat on that head and shoulder fake by Jacobson, left the floor, and unfortunately, Jacobson made the pull-up jumper.
I know, and
right
he had
after.
actually a clear lane in my eyes right to the basket.
So really good foul by Caden Battershell to take that foul, saving a basket potentially, saving 2 points as well. Up top to O'Connell. He looks at a 3. Dribble handoff to Jacobson. Exchange on the perimeter. Croft now with it. Inside the paint. Metalski up top to Jacobson. Little Jacobson turning down the ball screen, tapped around, rebound secured by Hansen. Eagles get a stop, and now a chance to go up double digits with a make. Stolen away, great hands by Metalski, and the Snowbirds get a much-needed turnover.
By Croft right there. Croft got that interception.
Croft got the pick. Did Metalski get the deflection? Or
yep.
O'Connell working in against Hanston, throws it up, can't get it to fall in. Tough luck miss for Nathan O'Connell.
He's playing. He's playing a good he's only an 8th grader. He's
Sure.
14 years old, and you put him in these situations, and that's tough for a young man to do that. But he's playing a good game defensively for sure.
As a jump ball possession error will favor the Snowbirds. But as you said, Nathan O'Connell, only just an 8th grader, playing key minutes for the Snowbirds out here. He started this game.
Hasn't came out.
And hasn't come out. Snowbirds, I still don't think have made a substitution.
No, they have not. And I'm not sure they will. If they do, it's going to be one.
Matowski passes off to O'Connell. Eagles really packing it in defensively into the paint. Jacobson now with it on the perimeter, driving against Battershell. He's fouled. Second foul of the quarter by the Eagles. That's the 3rd personal foul against Caden Battershell. So looks like Summers is checking in for Battershell right now as Jacobson steps to the free throw line. And we've got an official's timeout.
Oh, it looks like they're going to be kicking somebody out of the game.
I don't know really what's going on here, but we're going to go ahead and step aside. When we come back, Jacobson will be at the free throw line for the Snowbirds. We'll be back 30 seconds.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
And we're back in. Daniel Jacobson stands at the free throw line for the Snowbirds. And
First one up is good.
Yep, makes the first.
Looked like a Bellaire fan might have got a little vocal down by the court right there. And now he's going to have an early ride home.
Hey, he gets an early exit to get be the first one to Shorts Brewery tonight.
Yeah.
As Jacobson makes 2 at the free throw line. He gets a steal on the miscommunication by the Eagles. He's going to drive all the way into Summers, counted in the foul. Jacobson going back to the free throw line. 4-0 spurt for the Snowbirds. Daniel Jacobson with an opportunity to cut it to a 4-point lead for the Eagles.
No, that was a bad turnover right there, and I think he thought he was going to pass it, and then he held back, and then he's a young kid. He's a freshman. He has a lot of upside to him, and we're going to see a lot more of him, in the next 4 years.
And Jacobson right there for the Snowbirds to take advantage of it. He's got a 5-0 scoring spurt as the Snowbirds have cut into this lead. Jacobson overplays there. Summers with a little head and shoulder fake. Snowbirds playing the Eagles a little bit hotter on the perimeter, and a foul called against Lucas Sherwinski, trying to be a little physical.
Double foul.
Oh, okay. That's one you don't see too often there.
No, you don't, but they've been battling down low pretty good. So
Sherwinski and Durr called for a double foul. It's a 4-point lead for the Eagles. Back cut by Kepke, driving inside. Croft got him from behind, and that'll be the second personal foul on Dylan Croft.
Yeah, Dylan just got caught on that back cut right there, and that's tough because they switched from Ryland to they switched on Kepke, and Ryland got on Hansen, and Kepke's just a little too quick there for Croft.
Kepke makes the first of 2 free throws. Back to a 5-point advantage for the Eagles. No substitutions for either side. Actually looks like Brett Kishoniak will be checking in for the Snowbirds here. But not now because that one's rebounded by Dawson Durr inside to Hansen. And the Eagles get an easy put back, and it's a 3-point possession for them. Lead swells back up again to 7. Jacobson, they're playing off Jacobson there.
Which is surprising a little bit.
He's guarded by Drake Koepke. Eagles really packing in that man-to-man defense. Up top to Jacobson, wide open look. Up top, little bit short. That was a great look. And it'll be Bellaire basketball. Lucas Sherinsky fighting for that possession as Brett Kushoniak will be checking in for the Snowbirds, replacing Lucas Sherinsky.
Snowbirds going with a little smaller lineup right now.
Let's see if that smaller lineup can pay dividends for the Snowbirds. Eagles have even this, or have brought it back to what the lead was at halftime. It was a 7-point advantage. It's now a 7-point advantage, and head coach Paul Koepke wants to take a 30-second timeout and just kind of get the troops organized here. And, well, I mean, it's still the same margin that the Eagles had at halftime, but it doesn't feel, it just feels like they're grinding some gears a little bit and not really running on all 8 cylinders here, Tom.
You know, I think Bellaire had a few opportunities to kind of pull away here, but you know, and they haven't. And Snowbirds is just hanging in there right now. And you know, really, that's what they need to do as well. They need to just grind. You know, this is I believe this is going to be a game that comes right down to the last couple minutes and things like that. So, you know, it's been a game that we expected. You know, right back and forth, 2 great teams playing right now, and you know, there's a lot on the line for both these teams, and they know it.
Drake Koepke to inbound the basketball here for the Eagles. Guarded by Metalski. Nice back cut by Durr, and he set that one up nicely, and he made the cut and got the hoop. Eagles go back up by 9. Jacobson, O'Connell, Croft, Metalski, and Kushoniak, the 5 on the floor for the Snowbirds. Open look for Jacobson from 3. Got it. Big time shot for Jacobson, and the Snowbirds come back within 6.
Yeah, that was a must-made shot for Jacobson right there. And
Jacobson with
clutch.
8 points in the quarter for him. He's guarding very tightly Menestrina. Koepke guarded by Metalski. Menestrina now with it. Jacobson trying to really shake him defensively. Hansen guarded by Kushoniak. He'll drive inside. Stops. No good. Rebound saved off of a Eagle. So it'll be Snowbird basketball. Snowbirds get a stop. Eagles got inside the paint but couldn't pay it off at the basket.
Those are those things, like he said, you got to put those kind of baskets away because those could come back and haunt you.
Still a 6-point game, 2-score game. Snowbirds with it. Jacobson catches on the corner. Post touch to Metalski. Turnaround jump shot, no good. Kushoniak tracks down the offensive board, goes right through the legs of Nathan O'Connell, however, and that's just one of those oh shucks moments as the Eagles get a break.
Yeah, I don't know if, you know, obviously that went right between the legs of O'Connell, and I don't even know if he was even ready for the ball.
Maybe just watching too much Billy Buckner. I don't think anybody's going to get that who's in high school right now, Tom, but
no, they're not.
To anybody watching, as Drake Koepke steps into a rhythm 3-point jump shot and knocks it down. So Koepke answers back for the Eagles. Metalski turns it over. Jacobson saves it on the baseline and bails out the Snowbirds.
Snowbirds just need to settle down here.
Croft looking to find an open teammate. Jacobson with a little head shoulder fake. He'll drive against Croft up top. Looking to, well, just kind of settle things down for the Snowbirds right now.
They're going to set something up here for Jacobson, I got to believe.
Yep. Maybe go back to that pick and roll with Jacobson in the corner. We saw that a couple times be effective in the first half. Jacobson stepping into a deep one, too strong. Dawson Durr collects the rebound for the Eagles. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Paul Koepke directing his Eagles from the sideline. Hansen catches in the corner, gets to his spot, inside to Durr, flips it up, no good. Jacobson with the board. Snowbirds with a run out. That's Metalski. He's going to go in for a layup, and the Snowbirds bring it back to within 7.
Great transition right there by the Snowbirds. Rebound, get it out to the outlet, give it up to Metalski. Great job right there by the Snowbirds.
Metelsky's first points of the game. And that one, as bodies hit the floor, Dylan Croft comes up with it. And a timeout rewarded to the Eagles. I don't know if possession was deemed to be had by the Eagles, but Scott Hankins saw it better than us, and he gave the Eagles the 30-second timeout. While they have the timeout, I'm going to tell you about our friends at the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. It's time to get away to your dream destination. Beat the winter and fly TVC to the sun and the sand. Looking for a spring break getaway? Book today. Allegiant, American, Delta, Sun Country, and United are getting you to where you want to go. Visit tvcairport.com for up-to-the-minute flight schedules to book your next getaway. As the name tells you all that you need to know, the Snowbirds of Gaylord St. Mary, wherever those Snowbirds faithful might be tuning in, or Eagle faithful tuning in from tonight if you're in a warmer weather climate. Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast, and we thank you for making us a part of your Wednesday night activities here. We got a 7-point game between the Eagles and the Snowbirds as we resume play. Koepke with it up top, guarded by Metelsky. Eagles working a lot of baseline sets here, trying to get those post touches as they've been effective inside here in the third quarter. Hansen spins away from Croft. Flip shot, no good. Rebound tapped out, and Hansen steps into a three, short. Snowbirds, can they track it down? No, they can't. Hansen took it away from Metelsky. Croft first to the floor, and he's fouled by Jaden Hansen. So good job by Dylan Croft being the first one down there, and gets rewarded with the possession and picking up the second personal foul against Jaden Hansen.
No, that was kind of a scramble, and once Croft gets his hands on the ball, it's tough to get it out of his hands. That's for sure.
And that was a monumental foul because the Snowbirds with the chance to convert that foul into points directly, as the Eagles are over the foul limit in the third quarter. So Croft steps to the free throw line for the double bonus. And Croft hits the first of two free throws. Tom, I believe that's the first point of the contest for Dylan.
No, that's he's one of those players that we need to see, a few more points out of him if the Snowbirds want to win this game.
And the Snowbirds catch a break. Metelsky unable to finish the rebound as the Eagles saved it from their own basket. That could have been a 3-point possession for the Snowbirds and cut it to a 4-point game, but Metelsky unable to finish the reverse, and the Eagles now with it with 25 seconds remaining. I would imagine that this could be the last shot of the quarter. Durr spins inside, kicks out to Koepke. He looks at the clock, takes note. Under 15 seconds now, he spins baseline, working against Metelsky. Shut off nicely, closed out Battershell, now to Ministrini. And Lucas Sherwinski called for the foul as Dawson Durr was trying to make his move. Snowbirds had a couple fouls to give. That is the third personal foul, however, against Sherwinski. And checking in for the first time for the Snowbirds will be Lennart Jessen, replacing Sherwinski. Probably an insurance policy to ensure that Sherwinski doesn't get that fourth foul.
No, absolutely.
Dawson catches it and immediately scores. And Jacobson lets one fly from three-quarters court. And we're going into the fourth quarter with the Eagles up by 8 points. Well, the Eagles extend that 7-point lead by one more point here going into the fourth quarter. This is a really well-executed game, I thought, from a defensive perspective in that third quarter of time. We're going to keep it right here for this one. But, I mean, you want to talk about the defensive execution for both of these teams. They've been really locking in.
No, they have. They, obviously they've both Snowbirds and the Eagles have been, buckling down defensively. Obviously, you can tell by the score, but the big key right now is Snowbirds 2 or 3 only have 2 points. And that's and that's key. We talk about the big three for each team. And the Eagles are outscoring, the Snowbirds in that aspect. And so, Snowbirds need to have a better fourth quarter here if they want to have an opportunity to win this game.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better there, Tom, and that's exactly what they need to be able to do in order to make a comeback here. Eagles just need to keep playing consistently. They've been making an effort to get the ball inside, and it's been working well so far. They've built this 8-point lead because of that. They've also made, I believe, 6 3-pointers in the game, Tom. Either 5 or 6, I should say. And
not a lot of those, Charles, have been contested 3-pointers. That's not good.
Durr has it up top. Battershell now with it. Baseline handoff to Menestrina. And the Eagles content to bleed a little clock here. This possession already taken up over 40 seconds. Stolen away, though, by the Snowbirds. Good front by Dylan Croft. And Hansen had it taken away.
Yeah, that was great defense there by Croft.
He just got in position, anticipated the entry pass, and made a quick move to get around Hansen. Snowbirds need to find a little offensive well here as Nathan O'Connell drives in, can't finish at the rim. Drake Koepke leading the charge for the Eagles. Gliding into the paint, finishes, no, man. Hung up on the rim for about 2 seconds, but didn't drop.
Need a big shot here by Jacobson. The Snowbirds do.
Metelski's going to step in and take the 3-pointer. They dared him to take it. No good. Tapped off of the shoulder of Durr, and the Snowbirds maintain possession.
No, it's like they didn't want, neither of them wanted to grab the ball.
Snowbirds catch a little bit of a break there. Still down 8. Looking to get something going here. That one was deflected. Fortunate to get it back was Croft. Jacobson sets and fires from 3. Little short. Rebound, Drake Koepke coming back with it for the Eagles.
You get tired in this fourth quarter, and, you got to use a little more of your legs when you're shooting that far of a 3-pointer. Muscles are more fatigued.
Yep. Drake Koepke driving baseline into Metelski. Shot fake is up. Off the glass, no good. Hansen secures the rebound. Put back, tapped up, and trying again. And he'll go to the free throw line after he's fouled on his own miss.
St. Mary's just not boxing out. You got to put your butt back into them and get them out of there. And they're just up watching the ball, trying to. It's just not going to work.
As Hansen makes the first of 2 free throws. He's had a relatively quiet second half for his standards.
Yeah, I don't know do you know what he's averaging in a game?
I don't know officially, but I do know in this game he has 17 points.
Which is, I got to believe, is
pretty close to
his average.
Snowbirds down by a full 10 points now. Metelski sizing up Koepke. Croft guarded by Hansen. Jacobson gets it back from Croft. A little screen up top by as Jacobson takes another 3-pointer and hits it. So that little pseudo screen was enough to give Jacobson enough space, and it's back to a 7-point game.
They've been giving him a lot of space around that 3-point line, which is shocking to me.
Nice baseline cut by Menestrina. Stolen away by the Snowbirds. Jacobson has it. He's going to keep it. Even numbered break. Up top to Croft. Croft looks at it. Shot fake. Drives. Back to Jacobson. Ooh, he wanted that one. I thought he was going to take it. Working against Hansen. Spear. Nathan O'Connell. 3 from the corner. He got it. Big time bucket for Nathan O'Connell. And the Snowbirds on a 6-0 spurt have cut it to 4.
That's a huge shot by Nathan O'Connell right there.
As head coach for the Eagles, Paul Koepke, wants to take a TO full timeout for the Eagles, and the Snowbirds have cut this down to a 4-point lead on back-to-back triples by Daniel Jacobson and Nathan O'Connell. Snowbirds shooting themselves back into this one, Tom. One thing that has allowed them to do that, they've got a couple turnovers against the Eagles inside. Bellaire's making a concerted effort to get the ball inside around the basket. Can the Snowbirds keep forcing these turnovers inside, or what adjustment do you think the Eagles are going to have to make to try and work and massage this clock to their favor?
Well, like you said, they're going to have to massage this clock, so they're going to have to, have lengthy possessions.
Right.
And, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think they're playing, Jacobson hot enough defensively, because that's a kid that could win you a ball game real quick from behind the three-point line. And so I think those are the two keys, time of possession right now and making sure you're playing hot on Jacobson because they're going to put the ball in his hands.
And the make by Jacobson on the previous possession drew the defense and gave O'Connell such a wide open look because the Eagles had to suck into Jacobson's drive, and it allowed O'Connell to really step into a wide open in-rhythm jump shot. Hansen catches. Ethan Lambert has checked into the game for the Eagles. They go down to Durr, back up to Lambert. Snowbirds sagging off of Lambert defensively. Durr and Sherinsky, man, that's a fun battle to watch on that block.
Yeah, no, they're really battling.
Stolen away by O'Connell. Makes a nice one-handed steal. Back-to-back turnovers for the Eagles. Snowbirds can bring it to within one here with a made three-pointer. 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. In the game, I should say. Backdoor cut, stolen away. Nice play by Battershell. Croft couldn't deliver an accurate pass. Kepke on the run out. Gets the bucket for two. So the turnover comes back to haunt the Snowbirds, and it's back to a 6-point advantage. Jacobson steps into a three, just a bit off. And Eagles will have it coming back the other way.
No, they looked like they were running that
Hook play.
Yeah. And it was there, if the pass was a little out more in front.
It's a tough pass to make when you got a defender right in your face, but Jacobson had set up his defender. Back to a 6-point game, and travel called against Lambert for the Eagles. So, Tom, 3 of the last 4 Eagle possessions have resulted in a turnover. Snowbirds started to put the clamps down defensively, and this game is really starting to tighten up. It feels like both teams are feeling the pressure of the moment right now.
You talk about for the Eagles, they've had opportunities to put this game away kind of, especially right now with 4 minutes left. And, they're keeping St. Mary's in this game from those turnovers.
Post up for Metelski, guarded by Kepke. Dream shake, but has to kick it back out to Jacobson. Jacobson guarded by Battershell, and O'Connell with the dribble handoff exchange. Back up top, Jacobson gets a screen. He's working inside against Durr. Scoop shot, no good. Couldn't get the finger roll finish to go as Lambert clears for the Eagles. Lambert working against O'Connell. Inside it goes to Durr. Turns over the left shoulder, no good. Gets an offensive rebound. He's fouled. No basket. Sherinsky fouled him on the floor. And that's something where I think Sherinsky just got to do a better job of turning and boxing out once that shot goes up.
Yeah, I talked about that a little earlier. Shot goes up, you can't be watching the ball. You got to find a man, you got to box him out, and then your eyes go to the basket.
Both teams playing very short rotations tonight as they're checking at the scorer's table to make sure that it was Lucas Sherinsky's 4th personal foul, and looks like both books have it correct. That is Lucas's 4th foul indeed. It's coming down to the wire here between Eagles and Snowbirds. Hansen catches it. Croft there to meet him, but Hansen, good offense, beats good defense as Snowbirds quickly up the floor. Metelski slams into Kepke, and that's the second charge that Drake Kepke has drawn against Ryland Metelski in tonight's game, and it couldn't come at a bigger time as the Snowbirds turn it over just after the Eagles take an 8-point lead.
No, Metelski's got to be under control right there,
Kepke drawing the charge at a pivotal point in this game. Snowbirds with a giveaway here, down 8. Bellaire almost gives it away. Battershell now to Lambert. He'll drive baseline. Had it blocked from behind by O'Connell, and it'll be Snowbird basketball.
Yeah, Snowbirds are going to have to look to press here pretty soon here if they're going to want to.
And is this the lineup that you want to press with if you're the Snowbirds? Do you have to make some substitutions, or we'll see what head coach Dale Jacobs opts to do here. 8-point game. Metelski working against Durr. Jacobson sets and fires from deep, just a bit off, rebounded by Hansen. Metowski guarding Kepke. Kepke with a really secure handle on the perimeter. And Paul Kepke, coach of the Eagles, takes a timeout, full timeout for the Eagles. We're going to go ahead and step aside here, and when we come back, the remaining 1 minute and 43 seconds will ensue. This is high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bellaire, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
And here we are looking live as the Eagles have a 8-point advantage over the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds with 1 minute 43 seconds remaining to play here. Fouling situation, Snowbirds with 3 team fouls, Eagles with no team fouls as we come down the stretch run. Snowbirds trap the inbound pass, Minestrina in the corner, driving baseline, takes the shot and makes it. That was a big time shot by him on the baseline. He's got 5 points in the game, and that one came at a very big point in time. Eagles with the last 4 points, actually the last 6 points. After the Snowbirds cut it to 4, Eagles strike back with 6 straight. Nice little pocket pass rejected by Durr, and he got the better of Sherwinski there. And Drake Kepke with it, working through the Snowbird defense, harassed by 3 Snowbirds. He's fouled. That'll be the 4th team foul against the Snowbirds. And after the Snowbirds had that 6-0 run, the Eagles come back with a 6-0 run of their own, and it's back to a 10-point game.
Looks like Jessen, Koshoniak, and DeWeird.
Yep.
DeWeird.
So Peyton DeWeird checking in for the Snowbirds. Koshoniak coming in. And Jessen also in the game for the Snowbirds. Eagles with it on the perimeter. That's Kepke guarded by Metowski. Snowbirds with no more fouls to give. Next foul will put the Eagles on the line for 2 free throws. Koshoniak tries to get the tap away from the backside of Minestrina, and that'll put Luca Minestrina on the free throw line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, at this point right now, Eagles are just going to play keep away, until Snowbirds foul.
And, I think the critical possession was that possession that Bellaire had after the Snowbirds had cut it to 4 points. The Eagles in the last minute and a half, 2 minutes since that point in time, have gone on a 6-0 run of their own, and they've got it to Hansen. And Minestrina had that baseline jump shot on the previous possession, but they've gone right back to their strength and have played through their strength during this 6-0 run. Minestrina misses both free throws. We got a lane violation against the Snowbirds, and the Snowbirds aren't doing anything to help their chances here. They'll put Luca Minestrina back on the free throw line for a 3rd free throw attempt.
Yeah, that's one that, I know there's 52 seconds left. You're down 10, but you can't give those give those opportunities, them a 3rd opportunity for a free throw.
As Minestrina hits the free throw, gets 1 of 3. It's an 11-point game. Jacobson walks into a in-rhythm warm-up jump shot, no good. Summers tracks down the defensive rebound, and that could do it here. Snowbirds, let's see if they foul. This one could be purely aesthetics from this point on time, but it's not as the Eagles turn it over. Damon Fox has checked into the game for the Eagles, wearing number 50 in white. Jacobson with it for the Snowbirds now. Guarded by Minestrina. Working his way into the paint, puts it up, counted in the foul. Jacobson going back to the free throw line. where he is perfect in the game tonight.
Yeah, 26 seconds left. Snowbirds down 9. Jacobson to the line for 1.
I believe it is 16 second half points for Daniel Jacobson, a chance to make it 17. Free throw up and in. Kepke catches, guarded by 2 Snowbirds. Summers swings it to Menestrina. He's going to eat the basketball, and Kashoniak's going to come over and foul him, so that'll send Luca Menestrina back to the free throw line. Tom, as we just kind of put a bow on this one here, I really think it was the inside presence of Dawson Durr and Jaden Hansen for the Eagles that swung the tide back in the Eagles' favor.
No, I don't disagree. But I do got to tell you, the final score of the last game was 52-44.
Right.
You know, score now with 18 seconds left, 52-44. So, you know, obviously these two teams, I got to believe, are going to see each other again in the districts. And I believe the districts are at St. Mary's.
Yep, as Peyton DeWeird collects that defensive rebound. Menestrina 0 for 2 from the free throw line. That one a little bit over the outstanding reach of Jessen for the Snowbirds. And it looks like this one might go down in the books again as 52-44. I'd say just a little bit too much size, physicality inside by the Eagles and Hansen and Durer. Snowbirds just couldn't match that level of offensive efficiency and defensive physicality. So for all of us here, Eagles going to claim a 8-point victory over the Snowbirds and stay in contention for the outright Ski Valley Conference Championship, just one game behind Mansalona, who they'll see once again here in February. Tom, final thoughts when we wrap this one up?
You know, obviously, you know, the Eagles are a very good basketball team, and obviously they needed this win. You know, it came down to, you know, two factors. One, you know, I can't say key players, but, you know, players that you don't see score a lot of points.
Right.
You know, and I know that's what you said was going to be a factor here, and it was. Yeah. You know, I think, you know, you had Nathan, I think we had 5 points total, you know, between the big, you know, outside of the big three for the Snowbirds. Sure. And, you know, kudos to the Eagles. You know, obviously they're a great basketball team, and, you know, they have as good as anybody of an opportunity to win this Ski Valley.
A great young nucleus for them, only 3 seniors on this team. So for myself, Charles Strail, Tom Pratt, Shane Smith, our production manager, Ryan Bentley, head of videography tonight. We thank everyone for tuning in and making us a part of your Wednesday night. For all of our sponsors, we want to thank Golf Gaylord, J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, and the Gaylord Eye Care Center. This has been a presentation of high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. Good night, and until next time, everyone, Charles Strail signing off from Bellaire High School. Good night.